about to watch Caesar from Planet of the Apes on ESPN First Take. Talk about your player.
Athlete, you know.
Talk about your player that don't make as much money as my player though.
3 shoes. Okay. I don't think Bradley Beal has a shoe at all.
Look, don't need a shoe there right now.
You know, got his own underwear, you feel me? Gotta support my boy. Kyrie, he's here. Jersey, he stand up. Shout out to Jersey. Went to Duke, shout out to North Carolina, we here, you feel me?
That's crazy. Anyway, we gonna watch why Kyrie, I guess he tells Stephen A. Smith why he left the Cavs. I'm expecting some disrespect in this video. I don't know. I really don't know what to expect. All I know is that Kyrie better show up and they better at least get to the Eastern Conference Finals. If they don't get to the Eastern Conference Finals.
Oh, they will. No.
You don't put money on it?
They will.
You don't put money on it?
They'll make whatever.
$50? Oh my God. They gonna get knocked out by the Wizards. Anyway, you gonna go ahead. We're in a bit of in the script below. Let's get it.
Our next guest is an NBA champion, a 4-time All-Star. He's embarking on a new chapter in his career this season after being traded from the Cleveland Cavaliers to the Boston Celtics in pursuit of being the leader of his own squad. Welcome Kyrie Irving to the First Take desk. So good to have you.
Look at this man.
Thank you so much for being here.
Pleasure.
So why was it time to make the move?
Well, it was interesting 6 years. And you think about how the journey transcended my career from starting the first 3 years. That was a picture in itself, and then the last 3 years. And you think about those finite moments that have defined you as a player and as a man. You're very appreciative of it. Getting the chance to play with some unbelievable teammates, and had the chance to be with some unbelievable coaches as well. Got a chance to develop and evolve as a man, and I just felt it was best for my intentions to leave.
Let's break this down and let's get specific for a couple of things. I appreciate you being on the show. You know me, I'm gonna ask now. What happened, man? Because it just seemed like, 1 minute you're in the championship, you're in the finals.
Right.
You're hugging LeBron, you're happy to be in Cleveland, you're looking forward to coming back to compete for another championship.
Jealous.
And then the next minute, you want out. What happened?
I think it was just jealousy, honestly, personally. He did say that he was looking at Damian Lillard and John Wall and seeing how their teams treated them, and he wasn't being treated the same way. It's jealousy. But I understand it.
It's not jealousy.
It's envy.
I like that word better than jealousy. Jealousy has
the same. I mean, I feel like it's in the same.
Anyways, he just like he said, he wants to be the man. He wants to be that guy, and that's ambition as well. He wants to be that guy for his team. I don't understand why people can't accept that.
Well, the only reason I had a problem with that is because he did list the San Antonio Spurs as one of his destinations that he wanted to go to, and he would not have been that guy. Kawhi, still that guy. But he did go to the new team. He went to the team where he is the guy right now. He just got to prove it. And he's not better than John Wall until he proves it. So that's all I got to say. But we're gonna hear what he got to say about the reason why he left.
I was just very patient in my approach. Understanding what the magnitude of the moment was. I wasn't going to allow anything else to get in the way of our team's success. So I was just very diligent, very professional in terms of this whole entire process. And the request came at a time where I felt it deemed right for me. As a 25-year-old evolving man, coming in to perfect my craft every single day, I just wanted to be in an environment where I felt like I could be taught every single day and have that demand from my coaching staff and have the demand from a franchise that would propel me to exceeding my potential or seeing how far I can go.
He said it right there. He wasn't the focal point. He felt like he wasn't
learning.
He wasn't learning. He wasn't being taught. He wasn't progressing. He felt like, as much as he felt like if he was on his own team and he was the focal point. He felt like too much potential was going to LeBron and Caleb.
No, if he wasn't learning or progressing like he said on the Cavs, who gonna teach him on the Celtics?
The coaching staff. The Celtics is a great dynasty. Not dynasty, but franchise.
Yeah, they could be a great franchise. I'm talking about who's teaching them right now.
The coaching staff. We're not talking about players. Yeah, Brad Stevens, he's a good coach. He took them to the first.
No, I understand, but if he was talking like he ain't have nobody on the Cavs to teach him.
The only person that could really, really give him something is LeBron. Anybody else?
Ty Lue. He was the head coach.
Remember what you said? Was Ty Lue really the head coach?
He there. He's there. I mean, he's there to teach. I mean, it is what it is, bro. I mean, we just gonna have to see if he really think he about to get better playing with the Celtics. I mean, we just gonna have to see, bro. There's not really much I can say. I only think like if he does get better, he's gonna average what 1.5 more points, same amount of assists. I mean, they're not gonna get to the finals. I mean, whatever he thinks is best for him.
It makes all the sense in the world in terms of the timing of you saying to the Cleveland Cavaliers you want out. But by your answer, you just gave indications that this has been something that was stirring and percolating for a little while. Like you knew that you was approaching this moment. You just didn't want to be a distraction to the team.
Absolutely, absolutely. Like I said, I was just very patient within those moments because I knew that the importance wasn't in my ego or anything that existed from the reasons on why I would come into work every single day and not give 100% and not give my teammates everything that I had.
See, that's not a good teammate. You like a bad teammate. He just admitted he doesn't come into work and give 100%. Are you serious?
That's not what he said.
Are you serious?
You took that.
He literally just said,
"Listen,
just come into work and give 100%."
Listen to what he said.
I've been listening.
To the team.
Absolutely, absolutely. Like I said, I was just very patient within those moments because I knew that the importance wasn't in my ego or anything that existed from the reasons on why I would come into work every single day and not give 100% and not give my teammates everything that I had.
It doesn't. He said he had a whole 2 sentences before that to prelude into that sentence.
Okay, go ahead. What was it?
Those 2 sentences before that, he was saying, I did not want to give them a reason why.
I didn't hear it. He said, I didn't want to give him a reason why. I didn't hear that because if I heard that, then it would have made more sense. I just heard, oh, I wasn't giving 100%. Let's listen.
That the importance wasn't in my ego or anything that existed from the reasons on why I would come into work every single day and not give 100% and not give my teammates everything that I had. From that standpoint, that was the way I was raised. I was raised in being in a professional environment, being in a workplace, and making sure it's conducive for everybody. So having those relationships and developing those every single day, and then on top of that, still wanting to be as successful on the court and still trying to figure out myself off the court. I had to balance those two, and I felt like when I was coming into that environment, there were times where my energy was just a little off, and I just had to figure that out. And there were times when after games I would go out and shoot. You know, as any professional athlete or any person knows, when you're in your workplace and you have those tough days, there are questions that you ask yourself, is this the right thing for me right now? And I answered that question myself.
The media, people were talking about in the media that he didn't give 100% at practice, that he wouldn't talk to anybody. You remember this, right? They was calling him a bad teammate. He's saying what he was doing. And he's saying, I mean, it seems like he was saying the reasoning for that is because he didn't know himself. He was trying to figure out himself. He didn't know if he wanted to be there or not, so he wasn't giving 100% in practice. That's what he was saying.
See, when he follows up with that, it sounds like he's saying...
That's why I said he needs to word it a little bit better. That's all I said. That's why I'm saying what I perceive from what he just said. And then I just said he needs to word it a little bit better. Because I understand what he's trying to say.
I can agree to disagree because the sentences before and after
are different.
Yeah, they go with what I feel like.
Yeah, I can understand what he's trying to say, but what he said could be easily taken and made it seem like he just didn't like what they said in the media earlier.
Oh, yeah.
So I got to say, I mean, Kyrie, you need to start playing 100% in practice, whether or not you want to be there.
That's true, that's right. She sippin' one wet and yeah, I swear it get her wetter. My Louboutins new, so my bottom stays redder. No, I'm not on ride, but I'm all up on my cheddar.